Hey everybody, today is just random stuff day. They opened a new Saraga International Grocery next to me over in Castleton. It is in an old Target building, so it's huge. Very impressive if you live in this area. There's one on the west side. There's been one on the west side for a while, one on the south side, and now they have the one up north here, and it's huge. So if you get a chance, stop by there. They have a couple of restaurants in it. They have bakery, huge seafood, fish area, tons of frozen stuff. Just like I said, it's a huge building with tons and tons of stuff in it. So yeah, Saraga, it was cool. I went in today, and I'm having one of those days where kind of my mental headspace is like anxiety and depression are fighting each other like rock'em sock'em robots. And when I get like that, I really find it hard to be in close proximity to people. And so I tend to kind of want to, stay away from people, but I'm in a grocery store with tons of people around. And so, yeah, it was one of those things where I didn't really buy anything that made sense. I would see something and go, okay, get something and then grab it. So today's menu is really strange. One is we've got some Chinese noodles that it's supposedly I think they're Korean. I think they're made in Korea, or they're from Korea. Hold on, let me stop. They're a Korean company, but the noodles themselves are made in China, and it's called like spicy hot bowl, noodle bowl. I don't know what the brand is, and I haven't translated it yet, so I'll try to put that in the description. But yeah, so there are going to be some spicy noodles. I also have some Japanese strawberry and salted butter flavored popcorn. Like I said, random stuff. And then this was not random. This was a Christmas gift. I got a box of Underberg bitter tonic, which is a German thing apparently that you take after a meal to not only help you process a rich, heavy meal, but also to deal with too much alcohol so that you can keep on drinking. And I don't drink anymore, but I'm going to try this Underberg after I've eaten some random noodles and some strawberry flavored butter salt popcorn. Yeah, sounds cool. So yeah, first off, these noodles, they do come in kind of a large container, a big bowl, if you will. They come with a foldy fork, but, get that out of here. That's pointless. And so we're going to give these a try. I have no idea what these are. There were 3 different packets of vegetable matter. Actually, sorry, 2 packets of vegetable matter, 1 of a very white kind of spice powder, which I'm thinking may be very heavily into the white pepper area, which I don't really care for, but we'll give it a shot. And then the 4th packet, the 4th sachet, was a chili oil float. And again, I'm already smelling. Yeah, there is a spice. There is something that is used in some Asian cuisine, primarily Chinese, I think Korean as well. It may be white pepper that I really don't care for. So I'm gonna have to check that out. These are some sort of bean starch, probably mung bean, I would assume, noodles. So these are not fried ramen. They're not like a normal instant ramen. They're transparent, translucent, and sort of gelatinous, if you see that. The broth is actually kind of thick and relatively rich, but it is brothy. It's not like a coating on the noodles. And there are sesame seeds that were in the chili oil, and some of the vegetable matter has, gotten kind of like slices of cabbage in there or something. So we're going to give this a shot. And again, unknown to me named noodles. I will find out what they are for the video description. But let's give them a shot. And like a lot of rice noodles or starch noodles, these are probably going to be significantly hot. So if it cuts randomly, it's because I'm choking. So itadakimasu. Okay, these are spicy. They weren't kidding. And of course, with the first slurp, I got a sesame seed at the back of my throat, so almost had a coughing fit, which is cool. These are these are not Budak hot, but I do think whatever that flavor is, man, not for me, not my bag. This is right at the limit of what I like as far as heat goes. Not something that I would want to eat a lot of, but other than that one flavor, which I'm starting to suspect is white pepper, there is some good chili flavor to it. It's actually very mild. There's not a real richness to it. It's not bad. I tried some Chinese noodles a year and a half ago, I think, and very battery acidy. Like if you were, when you were a kid, an idiot kid like me, and took a 9-volt battery and put it on your tongue. That's kind of what this tastes like. And I really think that that's a flavor that people enjoy there, but it's just not something I like. And like I said, it doesn't taste delicious. It just tastes chemically hot. I think I like chilies, and I like chilies because there is a flavor to chilies separate, but also part of the heat aspect. This it tastes chemical. And as I'm breathing, the inside of my mouth tastes like I've been drinking some sort of battery acid, not a delicious food product, but a chemical that I should not be eating. So I'm going to give a couple more shots of this, taste the broth, and I think we're going to move on, because I honestly, again, these are not horrible in any way, and maybe if someone really likes that flavor, it'd be great for them. Just not my bag, man. Just not what I'm liking. Yeah, I think I'm done. They're not too hot. Like I said, this is right where I like a really hot, spicy thing. It's that flavorant. And I'm like I said, I'm really pretty sure it's white pepper. Which white pepper, if you use sparingly, because you use it in cream sauces occasionally, because traditionally, French cooking, you don't want black specks in your sauce. But it's really just to add a bit of piquancy to the sauce, not to flavor it, really. So I think this is just being overused. And again, there are probably folks that obviously somebody designed this. They wanted this to have this flavor, so somebody wanted that. I am not that someone, so we'll let those go for the time being. See if I can put that down without spilling it every place. And brought my handy Aldi brand purified water. Yeah. I'm going to file that under not delicious for Brian Rowe. So next up we have, this is Shirakiku, which is again, snack brand in Japan. They make tons of different stuff. This is cinema popcorn, strawberry and butter salt, artificially strawberry and butter flavored. Pre-popped corn. And let's see here, I don't know if we have to do anything. Just shake it up, make sure that, yeah, okay. It is actually, it's cool. It's kind of like Chicago style popcorn, where there's strawberry popcorn and butter popcorn just mixed in together. So the flavoring is not, strawberry and butter. That's a strawberry piece. It's actually really good. That is delicious. That is what crunchberry should taste like. And again, so weird with that pepper taste in my mouth. Okay. That's not the popcorn. That is the flavor reaction that my mouth is having, fighting that chemical smell, taste, and this strawberry, which again would be delicious otherwise. And even the butter flavor. If you can find these They made another, they had a couple other flavors too. I don't remember what they were. But this is just a good snack. This would actually be really delicious. You know, pre-popped corn. It's fresh tasting. It's actually crunchy. It's not chewy or squeaky. And that flavor is really, really something else. That's one of the best artificial strawberry flavors I've ever tasted. It actually has a brightness and a fruitiness like strawberry does, as opposed to a lot of fake strawberry flavors you get in the U.S. They taste like fake strawberry. That's all they taste like. Yeah, this stuff's really good. Shirakuku, cinema popcorn, strawberry, and butter salt. I will definitely give that a high recommendation if you can find this, or if you want to order it online. This is good. Okay, sorry, I had to blow my nose. That stuff was really not working with my head very well. So on to honestly the thing that I have been waiting for the most, Underberg bitters. These are herbal bitters. Apparently they use alpine herbs from 43 different countries. First created in the 1800s, and apparently still a family secret. The Underberg family, or the family that runs it, they still keep the secret to it. I love stuff like this. I love packaging. I love packaging that looks like this was actually created, I think, after World War II. But it's just interesting, and it's something that it looks like you could buy it, you know, in the late 1800s off of a dry goods store. Underberg has, I think they kind of have this idea that if you're out drinking, you know, you have an Underberg, and it helps you keep going. It helps you process stuff better. Apparently, there's no medical value to any of this, as far as I can tell. It's all, you know, kind of like homeopathy in that thing. But it's also, again, a tradition apparently. So, you know, not going to knock it. And you can actually, these are like bitters, like, you know, cocktail bitters. So you can actually use them to flavor cocktails as you like. So this has a paper seal, kind of like a Lee and Perrins bottle, or a paper bag, paper container. And it has a little green cap there. And the little green caps, this is another cool thing about Underberg, is you collect these, and they actually have a loyalty point program, so you can trade in different caps and get stuff. So, like, they have an Underberg pocket watch, and they have you know, little tin signs of old advertisements and stuff for it. So yeah, this is really hitting kind of all my triggers. Cindy got this for me, and she knows me very well, so she's like, you like old packaging, and you like, you know, corporate prize things, like, you know, old gold cigarettes used to do that, and then Camels did it back in the 90s, where, you know, you send in so much stuff. You know, at least this is a promotional thing that's not cigarettes, so that's cool. It says on their website to not sip it. It is not a sipping drink, that you want to pour it into, decant into, oh, that was almost a tragedy. Whew, okay, decant it into another container. Okay, and what we have, because you see how it's pouring out there, you're not going to be able to kind of chug it out of there. And you have this rich brown liquid. Looks like a very, you know, kind of rich whiskey there. Okay, you know, honestly, Jägermeister, what else? Maybe chartreuse. It has that kind of herbal, you know, very, very herby, heavy thing. This has alcohol in it. It's actually very high proof, but according to the U.S. government, it is not a drink that you drink for, you know, pleasure. It is a medicine. And so for some reason, you can get this in the U.S., and you can even buy it if you're not 21. And apparently, if you try to get drunk on these, they cause very bad bowel upset. So let's avoid that. So Yeah, and I'm still smelling these weird noodles here with this. So this is, man, this is some international smell flavor weirdness going on. It says not to sip this, so but I am going to take a quick sip because I do want to taste it. I'm just not going to down it, but I'm sure I'm going to get enough flavor anyway. Prost. Wow. Okay. They weren't kidding about the bitter part. Uh, oh man, that is like bile bitter. That is heavily. Yeah, there's actually a good flavor to it. There's a lot of that back end of the herbs, and it's like chartreuse, where depending on where it hits your mouth depends on what it tastes like. Uh, Still not as bad as Malort, oddly enough. It's way more bitter than Malort, though. Yeah, I actually think I could drink Malort, but let me go ahead and down this. So yeah, thanks to Cinda for these. Hopefully it reacts okay with the weird noodles and the strawberry popcorn. Yep, they named them right when they called them bitters. Let's just call it that. I think that if you were drinking, you were eating, you had a lot of other flavors in your mouth. Because right now, oh man, that's weird. All I've got is these weird noodles still messing up my mouth and a little sweetness from the popcorn. So yeah, next time I have a Jaeger Schnitzel, I'm gonna have to try this. And wow, but that no kidding, man, bitter. Nom, 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 nom. Um, Honestly, again, as far as aperitifs or liqueurs go, yeah, it's other than that bitterness is actually really interesting and tasty. But that the bitterness, I still wonder what this would be like with just like soda water or something, just to kind of cut through that bitterness, something sweet just to get the herbs forward. Um, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, now I'm like, I kind of want some of that popcorn, but I kind of don't. I don't know what I want. Maybe I'm gonna chew on a piece of butter or something. Ugh. Again, I'm not saying it's bad. It's just very interesting, and hopefully it helps with the digestion of the weird Korean noodles. So otherwise, I hope you guys are all doing okay. Sorry, this one was one I just kind of threw together. And like I said, weirdly, going to Saraga today, I wish I would have had a little better time, headspace to kind of go in there and really just look around and take my time. But there are just days, man, where I describe it to one of my doctors as feeling like a loaded shotgun is pointed to the back of my head all the time. Or I feel like there's a story about Walt Disney and how he trained a mouse to stay on his desk. He drew a circle on the desk on a piece of paper, put the mouse in it, and every time the mouse would try to run out of the circle, he'd smack it in the nose with a pencil. And eventually the mouse learned to stay in the circle. And, this was a big thing about how cute it was that Walt had trained this mouse. And I'm like, you abused an animal until it did what you wanted, which is, how a lot of people train animals. I feel like that mouse sometimes. I feel like no matter what direction I go in, something is going to smack me. And I know it's silly, but that's what anxiety is. And it's not something that I can rationalize my way out of it a lot, and I do a lot, and I still function. But there are times when it doesn't help, and it's still there, and it's just something where I have to realize how it makes me act and go through it. And I'm, again, talking about mental health again, but I know a lot of people who deal with this, and sometimes it's really hard to, feel like you're not broken or something because you have these problems. A lot of people do. Most of us do. I think almost everybody has some sort of processing issue that makes life a challenge. you know, in the past, people drank a lot more. There was a lot more alcoholism, self-medication for that. And it's not that people are getting softer, it's just we're starting to learn things. We're starting to learn how we work. And part of that is just understanding that, yeah, sometimes it doesn't do what you want it to do. But at the same time, you know, I'm trying to get over the thing of trash talking myself because I don't process things the way I want them to, you know. So, again, enough of that stuff. I hope you guys are all doing well. I have several friends right now who are going through a lot of health issues, and I really hope you guys come out on the other end, you know, healthier. So just keep chugging. That's trucking and chugging, trugging. And I'm literally going to go eat some sugar to get this bitterness out of my mouth. So see you guys. Bye.